Hello, everyone, and welcome to GSA's 16-star league. Tonight, we'll be seeing races between Rock Chalk and Cheese. Really excited. Commenting with me is Badronis. Any thoughts?
Yo. Hi, what is up, everybody? My thoughts are all about Tomoplus because I was watching Cheese stream like a couple hours ago, and it was killing him. It really was. He was saying in like the Discord as well, but I know that when Cheese has been doing Tomoplus recently, it has not felt very consistent, and he spent a lot of time practicing it just before this race, but it's hard to tell if that's actually gonna make it work for him or not, because it really all comes down to in the moment. Do you get the right angle as you slide down? Do you press A and B at the same time even? It's just a lot of things that can go wrong, and I think Cheese is in between Tomoplus and his old strat where he doesn't really want to do either. So we'll see what he does. And on the other hand, RockChalk has been rocking Tomoplus since the very beginning. He's one of the best in the game at it, despite being not one of the top players in the game for like 120-star or 70-star like Cheese is. So that's kind of a specialty for him. So very bipolar there.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. So looks like we're getting into the run now.
Yeah, Cheese probably going to be favored for most of the race, but Plus, is one place where RockChalk could catch up, where Cheese can make some drastic mistakes. So we'll see what they can do. Starting off with LBLJ, and since Cheese has been doing 70-star lately, might be out of practice. I don't know about RockChalk, but I think he's had a lot of school going on, so I don't know if he's had much time to do LBLJ lately. So, oh, Cheese not even doing LBLJ.
Wow.
This is huge. Wow.
Did not expect to see this coming from Cheese.
And RockChalk stuck in the pillar. This doesn't even matter if he can get the LBLJ. He'll save like a good 20-some seconds. But there we go.
Fast went right through the staircase.
I guess so. And he can't clip back in. Meanwhile, Cheese just doing bomb clip. Very comfortable with this strat. And in general, non-LBLJ is comfier. And actually, we got to consider he doesn't have to do plus if he does non-LBLJ. So that's probably what he's actually opted for this more, and not just because of LBLJ, because of not doing plus. So I'll have to ask him after if he's like that scared of pillarless. What? This isn't 70, Cheese. He thinks this is a 70-star race. He thinks this is a legit 70-star race. Cheese.
Oh my gosh.
Good thing this is a best of 3.
Yeah. I think this is the first time I've ever seen this.
I didn't want to say anything in Discord because I feel like that'd be kind of be influencing the match a bit. But Milo said, "Oi, Cheese, this be that 16-star, yo." And Cheese probably gonna be like, "Oh crap." Yeah, RockChalk took a long time to get into Dark World, so if Cheese actually did non-LBLJ 16, it could possibly work out even better than RockChalk's like LBLJ beginning. But we won't see that because oh, he's going for LBLJ. Why wouldn't you just go to WOM? I don't know. He's gone back to do LBLJ. And he got through. So we're gonna have to see like how far behind he is.
Yeah, again, as RockChalk mentioned, this is best of 3, so this isn't entirely catastrophic. He can definitely pull it back in the other 2 races.
Okay. Well, he's in Dark World, looking pretty decent. Probably going for Shig. Oh, that's dangerous. He's probably gonna... Okay. He did not die. When you actually brush up against the middle pillar, you butt slide, and then it kind of makes everything you do after just really scuffed. But luckily, was able to correct his positioning and still make Shig. Double firsties too, so not bad.
Yep, making up every little bit of time he can.
Okay, so we're not really going to tell until, I guess, SSL what the real lead is, because Cheese is 1 star ahead, technically, but obviously RockChalk's going to be done with WOMs first. So that's something I couldn't really prepare for. Didn't get a bomb clip, then go do the slide, then do LBLJ.
It's definitely not the cleanest route ever.
No. So I might have to link him the wiki. Oh well. RockChalk good Owlus, up to 2 stars. No problems so far. You know, it was like a decent dark road as well. It was just LBLJ took him like 20 minutes. Ooh, as I say this though, starting to get up on the slope here. Gonna go for Cannonless now. A little bit slow, but he managed to make it work. I think this one is a decent spot, and he's got it.
Looked like it, yep.
So there we go. We'll see if Cheese goes for Cannonless first. I think that's usually his go-to, as he's showing off here. Let's grab setup though.
Setup.
So definitely knows that he just needs to play consistent to win against RockChalk, because he'll have the advantage in general movement and still in the late game. I think RockChalk has like a low 16-minute PB. It's like a 16:20 or something along those lines. And Cheese has like a 15:40 something. He got it in the GSA race. Alright, Owlus for Cheese. And that's clean.
That looks good, yep.
I'm always hesitant to call things like as good or bad before they actually work. Even though like I think I know, I sometimes don't see the image clearly enough. Like for Cannonless, if someone's actually doing texture setup, like I have no idea where they're actually lining it up. Just because of the feed. But you know, I guess for Cheese you can give him the benefit of the doubt. He'll get it most of the time. And this is a good Wumps. So all things considered, RockChalk is probably barely in the lead. But we'll have to see. Oh, what was that? RockChalk actually with the Homoplus 3.0, where it's actually a backup almost. He didn't get the dive, he just did a continuous butt slide and was able to get the right angle. So absolutely nuts from RockChalk. That's not something he intended to do, but it is actually faster. You can get like a high 12 with that. So there you go, RockChalk showing off even more in terms of plus.
Yeah, definitely consistent at it.
Oh, Cheese messing up on
sliding
the
down
easy
the
one.
slope.
Wait, is he not going for talons? I guess if he's going for side hop, then he doesn't need talons. Yeah, I guess so. He won't do plus or talons since he got 2 stars out of his like earlier beginning. Okay, so we actually don't know how close they are.
Cheese grabbing reds, definitely one of the more difficult stars in the run.
Definitely, you know, you can die. Just kidding. Probably not going to die. Technically, you can die to anything, but obviously not going to happen to reds. Bully is actually a bit of a sleeper. Some people get like an extra burn, and if the bully knocks you in the lava or you fail the ending, you take a death.
Yeah, but RockChalk making it look easy there.
Yeah.
Cheese getting the elevator star now.
Yeah, we see most of the players in the league go for this, and for good reason. It's not much slower, and in fact, it's probably going to be faster if you're not doing Pro Boost.
Yeah, it's definitely safer as well, so...
Ooh, RockChalk, this looks sketchy. Can he get it?
Oh.
He actually bailed out on that really early. Decided that he didn't have enough speed going for the triple jump to make it high enough on the fence, because you have to wall kick pretty high to make it, and it seemed like he was going to be pretty far past the peak of his jump once he made it there. So RockChalk decided to kind of abort early, but actually got it second try. So not as terrible as the time loss as it could have been, but still not great. Barely getting that long jump there. See if he goes for a lava boost. Nope, just elevator. Okay. So I think Cheese is done with the lava land. Yep, gonna leave. And RockChalk has one more star to get. So Cheese might even be in the lead. It's hard to say.
Yeah, those couple mess ups on LBLJ definitely cost RockChalk a lot of time, even with Cheese thinking this was 70 at the beginning.
Alright, clean box jump. Up 12. Is RockChalk in lethal lava lane? Accidentally, he is. He re-entered the stage for no reason and deciding just to die. Although it would be faster to just go for lava boost rather than to die. But it is what it is. A bit of a scuff race 1, if I gotta say. Not putting their best foot forward. Maybe we can see a better race number 2.
Cheese even in the chat during the race.
Banned.
Ooh, RockChalk missing emergency exit.
He's still able to save it, but the boulder's coming in full force. Bad RNG, and they're all going to the left. Ghost Rider RNG here. RockChalk, I think he's actually had the worst boulders, and that's just so fitting considering that's in his name. I think he's gotten bad boulders like more than half the time. He's actually also getting a bad boulder. Bad. RockChalk also punching Toad. Seems like he was just kind of contemplating giving up. Like, hello? Toad won't even talk to me. So he's actually in lead by quite a bit.
Oh, missed Mips.
He actually... I think his dive was in the wrong spot. It was a bit too far from the door. But it could be that he actually got up right as Mips came by. Wait, I think she's actually on 70 on English version as well to play 70 star, which means that Mips is so much slower, which is why when he dove that early, it took the bunny forever to get there, which is why he ended up getting up.
Nice Mips clip from Cheese though.
So I think English version actually caused him to miss the bunny. And RockChalk finally done. Still, I can't believe Cheese is in the lead by like over 30 seconds. But here we are. And I think Cheese is pretty well poised to get game 1 if he can get Fire C and BLJs. But it's never over because Sky is actually, I would say it's the hardest part of the run combined with throws. So we'll have to see if he can hold it together because he really doesn't like it in 70 star either. Just having to do triple jump wall kick. And some of the other just parts of the stage are difficult movement.
Yeah, definitely. We've heard time and time again in this league that 16-star races really don't start until Fire C. Because you have Fire C, then you have to get your BLJs, and then you have Sky right after. Cheese with an easy front sub in DED, though.
Yeah, but no pull glitch. This is going to cost him. Maybe he can get early cycle, but it looks pretty grim now. Yeah, with that ledge grab. I'm not feeling too keen on that one. He's just gonna have to wait this one out. Alright then, RockChalk going for his back sub. What's more consistent? Cheese side camera!
Oh my
and
gosh.
It's failed! This is huge. RockChalk can actually catch up. Cheese taking 2 burns now. He might even die if he can't make this long jump, but he can. Oh, gotta be so careful there. Oh my god, Cheese. The side camera, it actually killed him. That's horrendous. And this is even worse. He can't side flip! The Goomba! And 2 burns, he's gonna die!
Oh my gosh.
RockChalk's been catching up.
They're almost even now. And RockChalk getting the pole glitch.
RockChalk is actually having a great Fire C right now, and Cheese missing another cycle, and he's dead! Cheese is dead! He's fallen off the elevator to 3 HP! RockChalk's taking the lead out of nowhere!
Oh
Unbelievable! This is exactly what happens in 16 star. You expect the unexpected. I can't even believe something like that could happen to Cheese. Doing the side camera not only caused him to fall down in the first place, but then being careless with his health and actually dying after losing over a minute. This is probably as bad of a fire sea as you could see in the entire league. I don't know what to say. Cheese probably feeling crushed after this one, but it's still not over. RockChalk only just now hit the throw, so we're gonna have to see how the end will go.
Yeah, again, just like we were saying, these races don't start until Fire Sea, and that's a prime example of why.
All right, BLJ time. It could all be for nothing. RockChalk could spend like 3 minutes getting his, although unlikely. Okay, Cheese finishing the throw. It's gonna be about 30 seconds for RockChalk to spare, which means that as long as he doesn't make any huge mistakes, he's gonna come up with the win. Alright. Ooh, he got BLJ last second, and one more to clear the door. That's the hard part.
Cheese right now entering upstairs. We're excited to see his BLJs. Hopefully he can get them in one shot.
Good second one from RockChalk. Alright, so he's still on a low 17 pace. We'll see if Cheese can get good BLJs of his own, but it's not connecting on the first time up. He's going to have to do a redo. And this is where it starts to weigh on you, but able to get it second try. Only losing about 8 seconds to RockChalk. Alright, moving left side, here we go. And he's got it. And it looks like RockChalk going to be heading into the pipe here as long as he doesn't make a Mario meltdown at the very end. And taking it wide around the Goomba, good choice. Can't blame him for that. And there's nothing Cheese can do except hope for RockChalk to drop an absolute blunder. It's good bits for Cheese so far. Alright, throws for RockChalk. First one wide right. Cheese coming up to moving right side though. And that one's going to be good. RockChalk has to worry now. Don't want to miss any more than... I think he could miss one more for sure, but any more than that and it gets risky.
Cheese going for that rollout to get to the pipe. We've seen him even miss... Oh my gosh, RockChalk missing another throw.
That one was not even close to the bomb. One has to wonder if RockChalk even knew where he was aiming or just kind of slipped on the controller. And that one's going to barely hit. Second one done. Cheese in throws now. Can he hit the last one? RockChalk, and he can. It was so much closer than it had to be. Honestly, he was pretty much handed that one from Cheese's complete Fire Sea meltdown. He was burnt to a crisp in that stage. Toasted Cheese. And yeah, barely getting a 17.
That was probably the wildest 16-star run I've seen in this league.
It's me, Mario.
Well, I guess we just go to race number 2. What can you say other than 16 stars nuts?
It's me, Mario.
Okay. We're off again. RockChalk getting a surprise win over Cheese, but you had to say it took the book thrown out the window and a bit of divine intervention to make that one happen. We'll see if he can get, if RockChalk can get a better LBOJ, because that really just, like, LBOJ put him so far behind. He also re-entered LLL and just some other slow parts of the run. So we'll see if he can make up some time in any of those areas where Cheese can actually play a better run.
Yeah, hopefully Cheese is taking a look at the wiki, reviewed the route.
Yeah. Now we get to see what he's gonna do for plus though, because I am intrigued. Did Cheese not switch his cart?
No, he didn't. He is
He's
still on
still
English.
on English. That's kind of a bad decision. It doesn't lose very much time. It's like, I don't even know if it's even a whole second slower on English. But I think just what happened with MIPS. Yeah, and there we go. It's happening again. Cheese, clean LBLJ. And
Again.
another mistake. And yeah, like you said, Tuk was BLJing in the pillar for too long. This is really giving him trouble. He's actually like crouching and not long jumping. Alright. Cheese. I think he's going for Zaya cycle, but can still make Shig.
RockChalk finally entering Dark World. Third time's charm for LBLJ for him.
And he didn't get the red coin. Shig's gonna be really tough now. I thought he'd go for the box rollout here, but playing it safe. And Freed cutting out, so I don't even know if that's a doable cycle to make Shig. I think instead he's gonna have to do normal. So Cheese once again gonna be off. Well, I guess not once again, but in this case gonna be off to about a 30-second lead.
Yeah, definitely a rough beginning for RockChalk.
LBLJ is just tough because in a run you'll reset to it fairly often, and I mean I'm talking about like at a high level. You know, even top players will reset fairly frequently to LBLJ, and if you miss it, you just start over and it's no problem. But in the race, you gotta try it again and again and again until you finally get it. And sometimes you can get some bad luck, miss like 3 in a row, and you're losing like 30 seconds. So it's tough. It's really tough.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those tricks. It's kind of like one of the gateways to getting a really competitive 16 star time.
So we got Cheese back in WOMs, going for good old canless full setup, like the old school. He makes it work. Alright. RockChalk finally entering WOMP, so it's a whole star behind. Cheese coming for Alice. We'll see if he can get this one. Was clean the last lead, but this time he falls all the way down. Belly slide, not able to recover at all. Taking quite a tumble. Okay. So opportunity for RockChalk to save some time. Probably about 10 seconds. On his own Owlist slash Cannonless.
Texture setup coming from RockChalk.
Alright, 2 for 2, looking good. And a nice wild blue from Cheese. To wrap it up, looking at about a 446. So if you think like English version is probably like a couple seconds slower, not too bad. The only mistake was really the Owlists.
Ooh, RockChalk getting
Wow.
2 dusty rollouts. Every second counts in these races.
Alright, we gotta see what Cheese does for plus though. We said it earlier. It's gonna be very important to see what strat he goes for and if he can pull it off. Alright, first step's a big bomb for any plus, and not even gonna get
just
that.
Tossed it right out.
Yeah, so stumbling on the first hurdle, which you can't get around no matter what strat you do, you gotta grab a big bomb. And to grab a big bomb, you gotta throw the bomb first. So, kind of just a mistiming of A and B. Alright, RockChalk here. Definitely gonna be going for Tom Plus. Definitely got a big bomb. Definitely got the right angle too. Showing you how it's done. Definitely a specialist there. And Cheese dying as RockChalk makes it in flawlessly. Polar opposites here. RockChalk flexing. Cheese floundering. Wimpy arms, can't swim. Sinking in the quicksand. And he's got to try a third time to get plus. And if you don't get it, oh my god, again. You got the same thing that happened to RockChalk where he actually got the complete butt slide, but didn't keep the right angle. So I think at this point you might want to just leave Shifting Sandland. But, you know, it's hard to do that when you die. It's like, oh, I can back it up with a different star.
Failing pillarless again.
Okay, see, if you're Cheese, don't go for the bomb again. Get the other star and leave. Just be done with it. You know, Cheese said like,
oh my god,
and again an early ground pound. Is that 4? I thought that was 3.
Maybe well, it's 4 failed.
4 failed.
Because he threw the bomb that time, had to re-get the bomb and then died again.
Cheese is gonna get plus if it kills him, and it legitimately might. He could game over. Okay, he's got Tom plus, and then no glitchy double jump. Cheese is hating his life right now. This is an absolute meltdown that you don't see very often from a player as good as Cheese is. He's really trying to get Tom plus, but it's really not working out. You gotta just put your ego down and go to Lethal Lava Land. You don't have to do it in 16 star.
Finally getting it.
But has he given up though? I think, like, no matter what, Cheese isn't going to be satisfied until he sorts out his pillarless. Whatever strat it happens to be, if he goes back to the old one, or if he continues doing Tomo Plus, you know, he's got to, like, have some closure on this before he can feel like he's clear to continue.
Yeah, definitely. Cheese, a top caliber player. It's got to hurt to make mistakes like that in this race.
Yeah. And because, like, his main focus is 70 world record, like, to get that one back. And you got to do it twice. So, 16 star, you have 3 changes to do it once. So, if you can't get over that benchmark, I'm sure Cheese is not feeling too happy with it.
RockChalk's, meanwhile, has been working his way through Lethal Lava Land. It's looked pretty good so far. Had a couple mess ups on the triple jump wall kick to get over the cage. But that was it.
Yeah, it took Cheese quite a while to get here. RockChalk also doing the same star. But unlike Cheese, he's doing it last. So he is 3 stars ahead. No, 2 stars. Never mind. Cheese did it second.
Ooh, Cheese getting bullied by the bully a bit there.
Yep. Yeah, a bit rough. Cheese is, like, his running's not really getting much better. The only thing was last time it was like the route, like that he just had a brain fart on, but actually played really well until Fire Sea. This time he, you know, has done the route properly, but still, plus is really killing him. He's on 0 lives, can't afford another death, would actually kill the run. Maybe a mercy kill at this point, but honestly, it's just not been the best run from Cheese here.
Yeah, again, plus is one of those things for, it's kind of like LBLJ, you know, it's like gateway to a really competitive time. So yeah, it's a tough trick. RockChalk having a good HMC.
Yeah, this is actually a pretty solid run, if not for LBLJ. Once again, costing him about 30 seconds. I think this would be a very solid run otherwise. Not perfect, but solid. Like what you would hope for in a race. Last star rolling rocks. And aren't you actually cooperating for once?
Yeah,
15 stars and he's out.
Rock's definitely wanted to be nice to Rock Chalk after what they did to him last time.
RockChalk seems like he forgot to grab the bunny. Okay. Oh, punched the door and opened it. Able to get back through the sidekick. But this cost him some time. Cheese is still not out of the race. You can't relax, and you really can't be messing up Mips too much. Alright, third try is the charm, and I think that's gonna work. He's got to get through the door, which he does. And he's going for the glitchy wall kick. Okay.
Look good.
So it's still salvageable for Cheese, but RockChalk obviously still with the commanding lead in DDD. Can be taking care of the sub. But then we have Fire C, BLJs, and Sky. So if this is like the easier part of the run, then we have a lot left in store.
Yeah, definitely. Cheese also does go for front sub, so he'll basically automatically be saving some time over Rock Chalk's back sub.
Yeah. Cheese, actually, you saw him run a little bit between his dives, sandbagging just enough to get the English bunny catch at the right position. So aware of the version, actually making the right adjustment on the fly, so respect to that one. Okay, but can he get through the 30-star door? I believe it was like a recent meme of like Eric on just saying like, let me in! Let me in! You know, that thing at the 30-star door. It was actually quite popular. I'm surprised how like commonly SM64 memes blow up. Alright, let's see how RockChalk can take care of Fire C though, because Cheese, you know, he missed the cycle and then got killed by the side camera. RockChalk looking to almost miss the cycle here. Can he get it still? Yes, he can.
Yeah, made it.
Alrighty then. 2 burns. Okay, not so bad for RockChalk, not giving Cheese much time to save, although he can save time for sure. It's just not going to be nearly what RockChalk saved over Cheese in the last race. Cheese just has to have a perfect Fire C with full glitch. Alright. The glitch is good. Alright, shoulder wall kick maybe, long jump wall kick. Nice job from Cheese, keeping a lot of speed as well. Really
Yeah,
making
that
the
was
most of Fire C.
Yeah, that was a beautiful Fire C.
Yeah, not one for the side camera this time. Probably decided it was better off just doing what he knows won't kill him.
Rock Chalk now on his way upstairs into BLJ's. Cheese
Yeah, this is
just needs to get a
definitely...
throw.
Thank you, Anthony Caliber, for a 44 viewer raid. Welcome everybody to the stream. This is a 16-star race in the GSA League going on. Finals actually going to be held at Smash and Splash 5. Pretty recent announcement. But yeah, they will be held in person. And some people seem pretty excited about that. So, a lot to play for. Okay, RockChalk not getting these BLJs though.
Struggling.
You know, in Pokemon, Rock is weak to water, so maybe he doesn't want to go to Smash and Splash. Alright, he can definitely get a good 16 with this. We'll see how his second BLJ goes. It was really good last time. Oh, he actually caught, but couldn't maintain it. And he's catching again.
There we
Pretty
go.
nice. Looking to get like a 1650.
Cheese now starting his BLJs as well. Can't seem to get the position there.
I have to go through the side of the door. A bulkier wall, which means it takes more BLJs to get the beat. But he's got it.
Now just has to get past the endless stairs. Rock Chalk, meanwhile, working his way through bits. Moving, is that moving left side from RockChalk?
Yep, it was.
Look good. Goomba standing nicely out of RockChalk's way.
Yeah, good sky from RockChalk. Nowhere for Cheese to save time except for moving right side. And still on that 16 pace. So with good throws, that'll be a nice 16 in the bag. But if not, Cheese can still catch up. He's a bit closer than he was last time. RockChalk looking a bit sharper on the throws, hitting 2 for 2. Can he go for 3? Missing the tail.
Ooh, Cheese bonked.
Wow. Fumbling the ball here, but still gonna go for the pass. And that one is way off target. Cheese in throws now. This is where it really gets spicy. Both runners in throws. And RockChalk almost ran off the edge. Good thing he knew exactly where he was and where he was not. And gonna take race number 2.
Cheese throwing wide right there.
So it's basically taken 2 separate meltdowns for RockChalk to win because of his LBLJ. So we gotta see, like, is that gonna be something he can fix for race number 3? Or are we gonna have a situation where he can actually avoid making any major mistakes in the early game?
Mario.
Tough. Cheese not even finishing there. Just want to get right into race number 3.
Yeah. He's checked out of that one. Alright, countdown from Cheese. I don't know how he got... Oh, he switched to Japanese. Okay. I was about to say, how come he has the completed 70-star file? But he switched version.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, Cheese just trying to get as many points as he can at this point.
Okay, we're off to race number 3. And once again, the question is, will RockChalk be able to get LBLJ? And if he does, is Cheese going to play well enough to beat him regardless?
Yeah, something's definitely got to give here. Either RockChalk is finally going to get LBLJ, or Cheese will finally bring it together and get a good run going.
Alright, clean LBLJ from Cheese, and RockChalk getting his first try as well. This is the race we want to see. Finally, at the 2 spaghetti races, the third one is showing up. Can both of them get a good Dark World though? Second step in the 20-step equation. RockChalk going for Zaya Cycle blocks rollout, but not able to get the triple jump, and gonna be settling for Shig. So Cheese taking the lead, but they can still make the same cycle.
Yeah, RockChalk's slow up the slope there, so it gave Cheese back the lead.
I don't know if he can make it. Nope, gonna have to wait for normal. So Cheese gonna be about 5 seconds ahead of RockChalk. And double firsties as well. Icing on the cake there. Finally, a good start.
Here we go.
And it looks like both burners are going to get out of Dark World in under 3 minutes. So no big mistakes.
Yeah, it's definitely good Dark Worlds from both of them. Or decent at the very least.
Yeah.
Neither of them missing a throw, so that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Cheese right now entering Womps.
He is, in fact, entering Womps and not the slide. Love you, Cheese.
Giving a little slide there, though.
Slider is when you slider with Mauro. So they say. That's the most fake laugh I've ever heard. Don't even try. Don't even worry about it. Alright, good
Jeez.
cannonless.
RockChalk going for Alice. Made it look easy.
Yeah, he does tend to make most of the stars look easy that don't have the letter P in the name.
Cheese also getting Alice. Looked good on his end as well. Oh, RockChalk finally missing a cannonless. It's 2 out of 3 now.
There we go. It was bound to happen sometime. RockChalk texture setup won't work 100% of the time, no matter how hard you try, despite your best efforts. Unfortunately, he did have to miss one in the third race. Still not the end of the world. But Cheese is still coming out of this one on top. Solid run. RockChalk
Struggling with texture setup there.
Okay.
But ended up
You got
getting
it.
the star.
You know, if I were Cheese, I would try plus once, and if you don't get it, just don't worry about it. Out of sight, out of mind. Just move on with the run. You don't need it in 16 star at all. No, you can do just fine without it.
Yeah, especially since he's in the lead. There's no real point in wasting tons of time on it.
Yeah, let's see though. He's going for a Tom Pass again, and this is a good angle. Can Cheese actually make it work? Don't grab the star. Okay, and he's in.
Got in.
A huge weight off his shoulders. Congrats to Cheese. Wow. Sketchy star grab, but he managed to get it done. And we'll see if RockChalk can match that. He's been so good at plus this race. And the third time of plus going right into the pyramid. But for once, he's able to hang on there and enjoys like about a 15-second lead right now. Maybe 20.
Oh,
my
RockChalk
God, he's
missing
missed
the
the
fly
talent.
guy.
I mean, the fly guy, yes.
Backing it up though.
Yeah, you know, there's not a perfect backup if you're too late to get him on top of the pyramid. It just, it's really hard to watch, because like, you know she's intended to just long jump normally, but the fact that he was actually running on the very corner of the pillar as he went up is very crucial to this star, because it actually changed the way he was facing, which is why he didn't hit the fly guy. So, gonna lose a bit of time to that one. Like, even though he's still in the lead, it's not great. Side hop, though, is clean. RockChalk was showing some struggles with that one earlier.
Geez, punching the painting there.
Oh, burn!
Oh, getting burnt.
Yeah, not a great angle on the jump dive. You know, he's got paint all over his hands and char all over his bum. Okay, so we still have Cheese in the lead, but it's only 1 star. Okay, side hop for Rock Chalk. That one looks really good.
Good. Cheese knocking the bully right into the lava.
Yeah, good star overall, good ending, good execution. 1 star left to get. I think it's elevator, like in the volcano.
Yeah, I believe so as well.
Alright. Rockchalk gonna meet him in there.
Looks like it.
Yeah. He's still got reds to do, I think.
Yeah, I believe he still has reds. And has he gotten bully yet? I don't believe so.
Maybe not. He's gotten one of the two. Okay, Rockchalk actually saving time on that elevator star. It wasn't the best from Rockchalk, but Cheese got really low on the pole. Had to climb up. That's very interesting beginning. I think Rockchalk just doesn't even use the normal camera. He actually just ran a little bit at the start. Like, you do have to run a little bit before long jumping, but he went a little bit too far. Oh, that's super minor. Really not even worth talking about. Alright, box jump from Cheese, knocking the triple, not enough speed there. Second try is good. But just a few more little things for Rockchalk to take advantage of.
Yeah, this is definitely still a tight race.
Yeah, and the first one that really hasn't seen any super drastic mistakes here. We've had some small ones, had some medium-sized ones, but nothing super
RockChalk
major.
also missing box jump though.
Yeah, that's one of those opportunities that's going to pass him by. Rolling out into the star as well. Probably lost more time than Cheese did. Alright. Amazing emergency exit. Not a problem for Cheese right there on your screen. Taking that star as he's done 1,000 times, I'm sure. And he's got one more, Rolling Rocks, where Rockchalk has 2 left to get. So it's still in the realm of 30 seconds. Maybe a bit more, maybe a bit less. Who knows? Thank you, Dump Dome, for the subscription. You know, always good to see people out there supporting the chat. Get those clocks in, or whatever emotes you got. I actually really like the topper emote, GSA T. It's like, T isn't like tipping the hat almost. It's double meaning.
Cheese going to grab Mitch now. See if he makes that same adjustment. Looks like he switched to JP, so never mind.
Yeah. Ooh, and the same thing that Rockchalk did last race. Punching, not grabbing the bunny, but actually opening the door in the same breath. Losing quite a bit of time because you actually have to reopen the door. Alright, but this is still not a bad run. 11-17, level 18 entry. This is solid. You know, a low 11 is pretty good. Sub 11 is very, very good. So, Rockchalk still behind. But Cheese, you know, you can just say he's playing well. It's not that Rockchalk has done anything too poorly. It's just Cheese is looking like the better player right now. But there's so much left. Like you said, the run just starts now.
Yeah, definitely. One big mistake in Fire Sea could completely change the look of this run. Cheese going for front sub. Again, made it look simple.
Yeah. Also, I gotta say, both runners have had good bits, as in the stage itself. Bowser in the Sky. They've both been pretty good at it, but for both races. Which is opposite to what you'd expect. It's been one of the most consistent areas for both runners.
Yeah, definitely. Neither of them have had big mistakes there. Cheese getting pole glitch in Fire Sea. Looked good.
Yeah, there we go. Cheese really on a roll.
RockChalk now also entering Fire Sea.
Oh, that was so dangerous. Cheese, good thinking not to go for the dive. He actually just let his normal height take him over. And RockChalk missing pole glitch can probably make early cycle, but it's going to be really tight. She's extending his lead there. And that's not to speak of the ending, which RockChalk could still mess up. But I think,
Oh, he
and
fell.
that's going to seal the cycle. Luckily, he didn't fall in the lava. Could have died. But that's going to be another time save in Cheese's pocket. And at this point, it's room for error on BLJs because you can't really say exactly what the lead's going to be going in the sky because BLJ is such high variance.
Oh, RockChalk getting burnt though.
RockChalk, yeah, making me catch my breath. Luckily, he was able to get out of there.
Backed it up well.
Well enough, yeah. There's no perfect backup. The best one is actually to do a straight long jump where you curve around the block and land on the platform that connects to the funnel.
Yeah.
But he didn't have enough height for that. Just did 2 quick ball kicks, good thinking. But still, Cheese is well ahead and back to that 30-second buffer that he enjoyed earlier. And RockChalk hit the throw on the last pixel. He thought he missed it. I can tell the way he was spamming Mario Cam. But the bomb deciding to forgive him today. Even I think the speed of the throw mattered. He had to hit the bounce so that Bowser was... And wow.
Cheese with a perfect BLJ. That looked fantastic.
Looking like Aki out here snapping me out. And this is going to be a pretty PB-able run, actually, if Cheese gets this BLJ. This can actually PB be like a... Well, not anymore.
Dropped it, though.
Still can 15. So Cheese can get a 15 here. Would be pretty sick. So that's on the table now. But RockChalk coming up to BLJ's could be less than 30 seconds behind. And that's a fast one. And but Cheese takes the death.
No.
This is going to really tie things up. How will this BLJ go for RockChalk? 16 star is written in the laws of the universe. That run has to come down to sky. And looks like RockChalk's going to be not even 10 seconds behind now. Look at where we are. Cheese coming to the triple jump dive where RockChalk's still just maybe...
Cheese having to hesitate there.
Yeah, really execution comes down to this. It's not even mistakes or missed throws. It is actually execution. So RockChalk missing an extra cycle. Not the best. Moving right side here for Cheese. And he's got that one down. And RockChalk
missed moving
actually got the glitchy bonk effect. He was, I believe that's when the center Mario is perfectly on the leftmost pixel, which means you should have been a little bit closer to the right. But still, it's like you're trying to get as far to the left as you can. So it just sometimes happens. But it looks like Cheese might be able to get a point on the board. RockChalk can still be taking lion's share with 3. But Cheese at least gonna get 1. No 15. But still, a solid run, and I think you can at least be happy about that one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Cheese easily getting those throws.
I think RockChalk could close out the best time he's had so far.
Yeah, which is pretty insane when you consider that he's won the first 2 races.
That's true. Hey, Cheese. Bit of a rough one today. How are you feeling overall?
Hey, what's up? I'm here now, sorry.
Okay. I guess we can start off talking about Plus because it seemed like you were practicing that right before the run, because that has been giving you some trouble. So you decided to go with Tom Plus. It worked out sometimes, and sometimes not.
Yeah.
How did you approach that mentally?
I didn't. I just went for it. I just did the star. I mean, I've been having troubles when I practice, so I just went for it. If I didn't get it, I didn't get it. And, well, the second race, I don't know, I was really nervous because I know that I'm having trouble with it, so I just couldn't get it. And then the third race, I did get it, finally. And yeah, I mean, I suck at 16 star.
It's fair enough. What more needs to be said?
Yeah.
It's just a weird category. You know, RockChalk, let's go to you.
But
Sorry.
okay.
Yo.
Yeah.
Or okay, I guess we'll go to Rock Chalk. Your plus was actually on point. I think you got all 3 times. The first one you even had the like super fast slide.
that
Did
was
you
sick.
with the backup? So awesome job with
That's
that.
actually
But
kind of scary when that happens. Like you're never ready for it.
yeah. Wait, what do you do in that? Do you just not do anything differently?
Yeah, not really. It's the same like inputs. It just happens so fast.
Yeah. It's just not really a that category. The only thing that makes it kind of weird is VLJs, I guess, but not. I mean, it's not really a weird category. The thing is that for racing, it's fine. I think it's a fine category. It's just that it is the second half of Season Star is really hard. Like mid
Yeah,
flip
really.
to DDD to Fire C. Fire C is extremely difficult, and well, that bits is hard, and
Yeah.
so it
I was
gets
thinking
really
of this.
difficult very quickly.
Yeah, it really doesn't compare to the rest of the run. It just Bowser stages and BLJs and Mips clip. And actually, you know, Rock Chalk, you had a mess up with LBLJ in the first 2 races, but got it on the 3rd try. But that was the one you ended up losing. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, that figures. I don't know. I feel like every race in this league I've had trouble with LBLJ. I'm very inconsistent at it. I thought like movement was fine the first 2 races. I still think like I didn't really have any business winning. It was more like cheese losing. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do about LBLJ. I don't really have a choice because I mean I kind of have to go for it in this league. But it's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same with Perilous at the moment, pretty much. What else? I don't know.
Anything from you,
Yes.
Doom Guy Fury?
No, I think I'm good.
There's something I wanted to say about the first race. I could remember there was something.
That was the one where you started doing 70.
Yeah, but there was something. I don't know what I wanted to point out about that, but there was something I wanted to say.
How far did you get into that run before?
Only
That's-
second star. It didn't even lose much time. It lost like 20 seconds or something.
It's hilarious.
20 or 25 seconds.
Yeah, I'd like to John and say that's the reason I messed up the Into Dark World so bad in that first race is because during the cutscene, the star spawning, I looked and saw Milo tell Cheese that he was doing the wrong category.
I just really thought I was 70. I think because maybe it's possibly because I was doing 70 star on stream, and then I ended up just thinking it was like 70.
Yeah.
Fire C, yeah. I never know what to do in Fire C when I fall down. Like when I fall on Fire C, I never really tried backing up there. So like, I noticed that getting an angle on a wall kick by the pole thing is like impossible. So like, the notches don't work, and then getting an angle to wall kick on there is very, very awkward. And I didn't know what to do in Fire C when I fell down. It's always the weirdest thing in Fire C. No reds, especially when you fall down, you just never know what to do, and you try to get back up, and it's... Well, I don't know why I died. I died because I was trying to turn around, and I was thinking about something else. I can't remember, but...
Oh well.
That was a riff.
It's all good. Well,
Okay.
All right.
I think that's going to be it from us. Thank you guys for watching today. Hope you enjoyed the show. It's definitely an entertaining one. So thank you, Cheese and Rock Chalk, for bringing us that quite interesting race.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for commentating.
Yeah, of course. And until the next one, we'll see you around. Also, make sure to check out our giveaway we're giving on Nintendo Switch and a copy of Celeste. It's on our Twitter profile. I think you can type !giveaway and check that one out for yourself. So it helps us, but it could also turn up big for you. So definitely check that one out. And I think that's all I've got. And we're going to close out the stream for today. And thank you all very much for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.